Welcome to the Down the Middle podcast. This is episode 50. If you're listening, it's me, the dulcet tones of Joel. I've got H here with me, and H, this episode, for episode 50, we've got special guest. We've got Mr. Tyler Webb. Welcome, mate.
Thanks, gents. Pleasure to be here. Very excited. Very honoured, some would say.
Honoured. To be honest, that's probably one of the best descriptions anyone's ever used about our podcast.
Fantastic.
Yep, definitely.
We put it out to the battlers. We wanted a bit of feedback. We wanted a bit of back and forth, bit of banter. And Webber, yours was the first one to come in, and it was not going to be beaten, if I'm honest. You had a good little yarn for us that we've had to listen to. I was just asking H, do you want to share it with the battlers right off the bat?
Yeah, we might as well. We'll put the so this is the winning entrant.
Yeah, g'day, gents. You want to know what ticks Tyler off? I'll tell you. Fast food establishments, where you're trying to get your order across the line and they keep interrupting you, saying anything else, anything else. Yes, there is everything else if you'd stop interrupting me. Also, you say, I want a Coke with that. Then you get, is that a Coke with that? Yes, if you listen to what I say, it's a Coke. I don't have to repeat myself, for Christ's sake. Second point, handshake etiquette. I don't know what has happened to people that they can't shake hands properly. People are coming in wide and coming in rocket bloody speed, trying to get into your hand, but instead you play little finger tags, little finger tickle, as I like to call it, with each other's palms, trying to get your hand. Or you get those that come in too aggressive, like they're trying to bloody stab you, miss your hand completely and shake your wrist. Or you get the ones that come in with a diamond little triangle shape in their hand.
I can't deal with that.
Dead space in between your hands. How hard is it?
For me, go Webber.
Sorry, it gets my blood boil just listening back to it because it's something I hold close to my heart, the old handshake etiquette, and boy, it's interesting. When I thought to call up, I thought, I don't know what to give, and then I thought, what's really, as Shane would call it, grinds his gears. Rest in peace, Shane. But thought handshakes. You and me have good handshakes. H has a good handshake, but I shake so many hands a day, and there's some shockers out there. So I thought I'd let the battlers know. It's terrible.
I think, mate, that's what got my vote. We probably pride ourselves on our handshake etiquette, on our handshake form, me and you. Just the way you got off to a red hot start with that message, just the tempo, it got me in. So, look, I hope we haven't set you up for too big of a task tonight, joining us after such a great entry. But I think you're going to get it done.
As I said a couple of weeks ago when I called in, lifetime battler. I know what it's like, and I'm ready to rip in, Joel. H, I'm ready.
That's actually true. Yes, he's a battler from the start, so we're good to go.
Not too big of boots to fill in without Shane, so I feel like you do a good job. So.
That's true. H Moore, if I can go to you, mate, episode 50. I was actually a little bit surprised when I did the count the other day. That's pretty good from us.
It is. I think it's about 16 months. I think so. It's pretty, obviously at the start there, we didn't be pumping them out once a week, but now we're on the weekly grind, sorry. Pretty good. I didn't think we'll make 50.
I know we've stuck through strong, and shout out to the few listeners that we do have that have stuck strong with us for 50 eps.
Being a listener from my point of view, it's flying. It's gone quick. I must say, when I saw it on Instagram, I was like, wow, already. Couldn't believe it.
I reckon we'll get to 100. Quick, smart.
Yeah, cool. 100%. Maybe just under a year.
Well, mate, I tell you what, I don't want to peak too soon, but goddamn, imagine if we start pumping 2 a week out, H. There we go.
Yeah, Jesus.
That's big ask. You had for our run sheet, H Moore. H for the battlers, actually. H does a lot of the heavy lifting with down the middle. I'm going to give you a shout out while we're here on episode 50. You do a lot of the heavy lifting, does a lot of the run sheets, comes up with a lot of the topics. Is the man that does a lot of the research. I'm going to give him a little rap there. You had, what episode is your favorite? Sent the run sheet to Webbo. Webbo said he's got a favorite. I'd like to hear from a listener's point of view, which one has been your favorite, Webbo?
It was hard for me personally to pinpoint down to one main episode, I'd say, but realistically, the Origin lot, the few you did over the Origin period, that was the best ones I personally feel like, because you had H delivering passion, delivering anger. It turned into towards the end.
It was anger.
A bit of a dismal performance by the Blues. And yeah, thoroughly agree with the points that you all made about it. So yeah, I would say Origin. But then another personal favourite that sort of rings home to me is the one where Shane made an appearance back and just ripped into H the whole way through it. Loved it. It was fantastic to listen to. But yeah, Origin.
26?
Yeah, I couldn't remember the exact number.
That's a little while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. But yeah, it was quality. But yeah, any footy ones I find are the best ones for me personally.
We've been having some big footy ones lately. H, what about you?
Look, all 50 are good.
Oh,
But,
okay.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's like I'm like a footy player. The debut, I feel like, that will be always one of the best games. So I think the debut
H still talks about the debut.
Debut episode. I think the first one of actually pumping it out and then putting it online, going,
we were all together around the mic. That was good too.
I think it's still the only one that we've been together.
It is. It's the only one that we've done in person.
Yeah.
I thought your favourite page should be the ones you did by yourself, mate.
The solos.
When you carried.
The funny thing is, you people would think that, but when the first one I ever did, I sort of said to Joe, I said, "Oh, look, it's probably going to be shit, but just put it out there." I don't really back myself when it comes to that stuff, but a lot of people do.
You've always got good feedback from the solos. I think you've done about 3.
And Webbo, there's no I in team, mate. So I won't be.
Fantastic. Good to hear, H. Good to hear. It's not all about you. So thank you.
No.
I was going to say my favourite was the Suntory saga.
I haven't still been paid for that.
And that's exactly why it's my favourite, because I wanted to bring it up again. We're still waiting. Oh. Have I got my Furfies yet?
I was going to say, but then again, so I'm going to probably have to buy that case.
Well, feel free, mate. Feel free, because me and Brian, we're still waiting. Uncle Brian, he's a thirsty man. But the Suntory saga, shout out to Shane, who doesn't pay his bets. Yeah, good on him. Mate, the footy's on at the moment. We're recording on Thursday night. Have we got a score update? You got it there on your right hand side.
I do, mate. Manly winning 12-6.
Holy moly! Okay.
Tell you what, it might not matter that I didn't get my tip in, because I would have gone for bloody Panthers.
Yeah.
Who do you get if you don't put your tip in? Do you get the away team?
I thought I'd put the away team and get no one.
That's rough.
I thought it. Well, the thing is,
no, you know what? You deserve that.
Honestly, you should get your tips in, but 2, I don't think no one would have went Manly. I don't think you would have went Manly anyway. I feel like you sort of. I did Penrith by 20. So
yeah, I think I did Penrith by about 14 or something.
Yeah.
I'll quickly look at last week, and then H, you and Webbo can take into this week. So last week, look, Manly didn't win last week. That's why we're surprised that they're leading about 30 minutes in. They lost to the Roosters 26-16. The Warriors, I tipped the Warriors. I was pretty confident the Warriors would keep going. They won 28-18 over the Titans. The Panthers were clinical, 26-6 over the Storm. That again highlights my original comment at the start of this season. The Storm are not the same team that they used to be.
I'd love to see that too, the Storm getting pumped. Love
absolutely.
to see it.
I think I saw a stat, it might be the first time in bloody God knows, that the Storm have lost by 13 plus, maybe like twice in, I don't know, something. Maybe by the same team. Don't know. But anyway, they're not the same team they used to be. Broncos won against the Cows. That was inevitable. Broncos going good. Knights. H, were you watching this game?
No, I was not. I was at a wedding. So
we were at the pub, and it was up there on the big screen while we were sitting at the table. And I kicked off, and I'm like, far out, Dolphins going good here. Then we went off and had a chat, come back. All of a sudden, Knights in front. Awesome, no dramas. There was a little bit of a comeback there from the Dolphins, wasn't there? Yeah, there was.
They
With
got a bit
with a
tense
late
towards the
try.
end.
Yeah.
They missed a conversion though, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Not on
Knights,
the buzzer, but he missed the
close
first
enough.
and second tries. So
Knights really starting, I think, to cement themselves as a top 8 team. I think getting towards the end of the season, they're going to be tough to beat. Your Sharkies, how the hell did they win over in
Mate.
Perth?
don't know. I sort of the reception started about 6:37, and I was like, oh,
Perfect timing.
yeah, absolutely perfect time. And I was sort of like, I was just on my phone, sort of just looking down.
Did
under
you
the
have it?
table.
Did you have it like up
No,
against the flowers in the middle of the table?
I think I'd probably be single during the girlfriend's family's wedding.
You would have been getting an Uber home.
How many times?
Absolutely.
How many times did you go to the toilet though to check the score?
Oh, and I was just checking it under the table. So thankfully she, but she knew, so she was sort of, that's all right. And I did actually walk up to we stayed at the same venue, so I walked up to our room and watched the last 15 minutes. I said, oh, well, it was just when the dance floor was starting to open up, so I was like, oh, I've got to go do a shit though. I'll be back. But I was just sitting on the bed watching the footy and just went straight back down. So
absolutely, that's very good form.
Quality.
A pretty good win.
Pretty good win. I don't really think it would change the outcome of like our season, but it was good. And everyone says they are.
Yeah, well, I was just about to say, I think they needed to beat a top 8 team because I haven't really been doing that lately. But
now they're out of the 8 though. They were 8th when we beat them, and now they're 9th. So yeah,
yes, they were.
Take that.
Yep. Eels, well done, Webbo. The Eels won. Dragons were trying hard. They were really trying to get a little comeback there on Sunday afternoon. I
was panicking. Let's just say that my nan was there, and we were at my brother's house for my niece's 2nd birthday, and footy was on, and nan's just going, just loving life. And me and Luke sitting there going, oh wow, this is horrible. And then all of a sudden she went real quiet.
You got a Dragon?
Yeah, pretty much my family on my mum's side are all Dragon supporters.
Love to hear that.
So
good on her.
Yeah,
good on
they
you,
try.
Man.
Yeah.
I didn't make it out to the game
when it was 20 to 6. I'm going or 20 to 10. Sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
I was just like, are you kidding me? I'm like, each time Parramatta sort of, okay, we're gonna make a little run again for the top 8. They just somehow try and lose it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just keep me on the edge of my seat.
I think I may have, as I usually do. H, you've told me to keep my mouth shut the last couple of weeks when it comes to the Dragons. I keep talking about how good they're going, and then they crash and burn. So I'm now refusing to have any conversation during a game because I said, oh, geez, I wish I actually did go to the game because I forewent my ticket to the. I know. Anyway, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut from now on. Raiders beat the Tigers. Expected, no dramas. Doggy's got the 2 points. But it's created a little bit of change in the ladder as we look into round. What are we up to? Round 24 this week. Hey?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously with them changes, Parramatta and Souths are now 9th and 10th.
Come and join us down the bottom, Webbo.
It's nice
I don't think they're going to join you down the bottom, but definitely sort of panic stations a little bit. I know that Souths and Eels have the bye in round 26 and round 27, so that's 2 points there. But
do you say Rabbits were 9th? I think they're 8th.
No, they're 9th. 9th on 26 points, mate. So the new app updates the Cowboys straight away, so they get 2 points for the bye. So technically, after the first game starts, they've moved the 2 points up now automatically.
Yeah, that's fine. So what you're saying?
that's
Sorry,
probably why.
continue.
Nah. So them two teams are going to have to win. But just kick off the round 24. Obviously, we're just before half time. Manly still winning 12-6. I expect probably Penrith maybe to pick up a notch in the second half and
I've tipped Penrith. I still see Penrith probably win second half.
Yeah, item 13 plus, and I just thought based off last week's effort, I thought surely they're going to get smacked, and typical Webbo's tipping. So yeah, good on me.
Well, yeah, that will be coming down near the end of the episode.
As a pre-warning, maybe let's not listen to Webbo's tips too much.
Yeah, just take them as a grain of salt and just give me a chance. Let me voice be heard, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Then the first game tomorrow, my Sharkies versus the Gold Coast Titans back at home. I expect us to win, but I don't. I'll take a 1 point win, to tell you the truth. I'll take 2 points at this stage.
I think it'll be a little bit more comfortable than that. H, give him some credit.
Tino's back. I know Brimson's out, but I think Tino and Dave Fafita can do a bit of damage to our middle pack.
Your pack's not bad.
I know it's not bad, but they haven't been performing too well. They sort of stood up last week, but
you've got the great Wade Graham in the starting lineup.
Can't wait for him to retire as his last game. But yeah, I think
I'm thinking it'll be close. It'll be a close game. I reckon it'll be 1-6. Personally, I reckon it'll be a real sloppy game. You've heard it here first.
There'll be some drop ball. There'll be some drop ball in there. There'll be some mistakes. Yeah, I've got Sharkies. I got Sharkies to win. Are you going out, H? You going out there? No.
I'm not going out, mate. Got tickets. Got a couple of free tickets for my dad and one of his mates, but no, not making a trip now.
Roscoe loves it out there.
Yeah, loves a free ticket as well.
Well, don't we all?
Who wouldn't? Yeah.
Exactly. And then moving on to the second game, Brisbane Broncos versus your Parramatta Eels. Webbo at the Gabba, as some Suncorp's out of the because of the soccer.
That's right. Yep.
I think Brisbane win, but I'd say 1-12. I think they're going to be.
I'm going to go more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go 13 plus.
Yeah, if I wasn't an honourable supporter, I would be going 13 plus for Broncos. I just think Para, we do it every year. Last year we were just lucky, but we choke. It's just, we might get out in front and then we'll just stuff up. I think Gutho and Moses really need to have a crack and really sort of get the side on board. And our forwards, to be honest, the last couple of weeks we've been pretty miserable. I reckon there's been nothing happen, no Gutho magic or anything like that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, I think Broncos are going to absolutely belt us. So
the way they let Dragons back in last week, I was listening just on the radio, but just the mistakes and the fact that Dragons scored after a majority of those mistakes. If they do that to the Broncos are going to score by themselves anyway. If they give them any room, it'll be 13 plus. Could be 18 plus.
They were very easy tries on the wing, though. So I don't know if it's sort of...
What, and Broncos wingers can't score?
No, but I just mean...
I suppose they got rid of that. That young fella was playing in there too.
It's not like you guys went straight through the middle, sort of opened them up. I
suppose.
But that's my thinking, but that's why I think they can...
We do have the tendency, though, to beat the good teams, and we get flogged by the crappy teams. So... who knows? Yeah.
I'm going Bronx.
Yeah.
Easy. Then the first game is Super Saturday, South Sydney Rabbitohs versus your Dragons, Joel, at Barlow Park.
Cairns. Freaking hell. You're nice and cool in Cairns.
I don't think the Rabbitohs deserve to be $1.12 favourites. I think it should be a bit more out because they haven't been very good.
Is Latrell playing?
Thanks, H. That's nice of you to say about the Dragons.
I still think Rabbits win, but I don't think they deserve to sort of be the $1.12 favourites. Latrell is playing, Cody Walker's playing. They've got the stars, but it's like a lot of people said during the week, they've been very lazy. I sort of watched the highlights back, the extended highlights last week. Yeah, I don't know if they think they're going to just rock up and sort of just sprinkle some magic dust and play good, but I don't know.
I think that maybe the Rabbitohs start to do that every now and again, more around the expectation that we'll just score tries surely, without the sort of the hard work or without the revving each other up and trying to, inspire something. It's more like, why isn't it happening? We've been, successful for a fair amount of time now. Why aren't we scoring tries? In saying that, the Rabbitohs will win.
I think no Lomax.
Make that clear.
Yeah, Lomax and Bird hurt for you guys not being in.
Yeah.
Is they're injured.
Just quietly though, I was thinking last week when they were playing, how lucky is Lomax that he's still playing first grade? To be honest, after that, however many weeks he was just going terribly, especially with his kicking. He still hung onto his job, and then he's sort of turned a bit of a leaf, and he's having a bit of a crack now. But yeah,
well, I think it helps him how the next replacement's Max Fair and I don't know. He's pretty awkward in New South Wales Cup, let alone in NRL level. Sorry.
Yeah, to be honest, all the outside backs, look, I'm not going to say Dragons are a good team by any margin, but all the outside backs, there's no one like some teams have got a plethora of outside backs, ready to go. They can swap positions, whatever. The Dragons don't. So that's why Zach kept his spot. The forwards, not that they've got heaps of good forwards, but they got heaps of forwards in their top 30. They just rotate through. Yeah, I don't know.
Ravalava, I'd never get over him, costing me so many multis.
He scored 4 last week. You should have had him for 4.
I didn't have a multi last week because I went, stuff it.
It's only when you don't back them.
Living alone.
Then the second game of Super Saturday, West Tigers taking a game over to New Zealand against the Warriors in Hamilton.
To play their home game in New Zealand. That makes sense.
Yes. I know, it's ridiculous.
So,
I think, plain and simple, the Tigers have been showing up every week, putting a lot more ticker in, but I still... Warriors.
Warriors by heaps.
I'm loving the Warriors this year, to be honest. I reckon they're probably my second favourite team, obviously, other than Eels.
I'll just look at H's face. H hates the Warriors.
I'm loving it. I don't usually like them. I hate the whole, what do they call them?
The
Waz or whatever. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Zalesniak or whatever the winger's name is. He's just a dream.
I froth him.
Yeah.
You froth him.
You hate Johnson. You hate Johnson. How can you hate Johnson?
Mate, he came to Cronulla, did fuck all, and then goes back to Warriors and then wants to start playing footy again. He gives me shit.
Tactical.
Maybe he hates the Sharks too. So, see, didn't he have a was it him on the weekend? When
he
didn't he have I'm thinking of it wasn't him. Don't worry. Yes, but he did score. Anyway, move on.
Yeah. Then the last game, Sydney Roosters versus Dolphins at Allianz Stadium. Now that's reopened. Now that there's no more soccer being played there, I think if Dolphins can play like they sort of did last week in them patches, I think they can get over the line.
Roosters are like heavy favourites there for 12th versus 14th.
That's the media and sort of sport sort of companies biased. Like, I don't know.
Roosters win a game and all of a sudden they're favourites.
It's like they won last week, and then Fox Sports are saying after the game, they're going to make the 8. It's like, I don't see the
Dylan Napa making his return on the bench.
Yeah, hasn't played for him since 2019, since the grand final.
He's had a little stint overseas, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he went to the Dogs and then Super League.
That's right. Yeah,
he'll get a try this weekend then.
Mate, I know the Dolphins team doesn't look that crash hot, but I'm probably leaning towards the Dolphins, if I'm honest.
I'm going Dolphins.
See, I've used my Joker this week, pulled the
Oh,
trigger.
so you went safe.
So I'm going to probably go safe and go Roosters. I don't know.
Must feel good to still
Well,
have a Joker.
if you're going up against Bades, you can imagine that Bades is going to use his Joker on the Roosters. So does that make you go the Warriors to try and catch him, or play safe and
Go the Dolphins.
yeah? What do you do? Are you going to play safe?
We'll see how the other 5 games go.
Yeah, see where you're sitting before that. Fair enough. I'm going
Then
Dolphins.
first game on Super Sunday, the Melbourne Storm versus the Canberra Raiders. I think this is a bit of a weird one. I don't think Melbourne deserve to be $1.20 favourites as well. I know it's down in Melbourne, but Canberra sort of are their bogey, so I don't feel like.
When I was doing my tipping, I think this is the perfect game that Raiders need heading towards the end of the season. Because like you said, I reckon Raiders are a bit of a bogey team for Melbourne. And if they can topple Melbourne, because Raiders are sitting in 5th or 6th or something? 5th?
Fifth
Is
and
it,
then fourth.
is it 5th, 1st, 4th? Mate, perfect for the Raiders. If they get the win, think about the confidence that they've got going into the last couple of rounds. I reckon Raiders will be coming out hard, and I'm going the Raiders.
Yeah, I've gone the Raiders. I actually think it'll be the game of the round.
Yep. 100%.
Close scoring game, low scoring game too, I think.
I'm going Melbourne, but not like 1 to 6. I don't have too much.
Yeah, I think it'll be tight either way. There might only be a try in it.
If Hughes wasn't named, I'll probably shift to Canberra. But I feel
you reckon he was the biggest? Well, he was a huge out last week.
They wouldn't have won with him, put it that way, but
would have been closer.
Or even just coming back this week, I think he helps him a bit against Canberra.
Sure.
So,
Last time I was out in Canberra, a bit of a story. Why not throw it in? Last time I was down in Canberra for work, we're at I can't remember the name. It was a workers' club. Can't remember the hotel we were staying. It was at Meriden or like Mercure. It was underneath where we were staying, and we were down there having a few beers. And Kotrick, Papali, and someone else was down there all bloody having a drink and on the pokes. And I tell you what, they must have had a twitch in their finger because they just kept going like that. They were just pumping it. And wow,
there's nothing else to do in the capital.
Well, no, not really, but go light a firework or something. But they sort of noticed that I was looking at them, and yeah, they were quick to throw the hoodies on and
yeah,
pretty quick.
Really?
So, yeah, I was like, this is interesting. Yeah, they bolted. I was like, there you go. But
surely they would expect to get recognised in Canberra.
You'd think so, yeah. And they're not little blokes. Like Kotrick's a unit, like huge, over 6 foot.
Papali, he's a pretty big fella.
Yeah.
He's tipping them scales.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's huge. So yeah, but yeah, a bit of a story for you. Throw it in.
There you go.
Well, next time we want a photo.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Then the last game, Newcastle Knights versus the Bulldogs. I think it's pretty plain. Knights, but the Bulldogs do have, I think, their full strength side for the first time this year.
Perham comes back in. Luke Thompson. Ockenbaugh, is Ockenbaugh named?
No, he's on the extended.
Extended, no. Oh, so Hayes Perham's back, but he's not playing. I thought he was going to be one of their starting backline.
No.
They got that Blake Wilson. Yeah, fair enough.
I still think Ponga Masterclass probably coming in. Yeah. But he's done for the last 4 weeks, I think. So,
do you think Ponga will ever get the chance at number 6 again?
No.
You think that experiment is over?
Not at Newcastle. Not at Newcastle.
Not at Newcastle.
I don't think they should probably start. Only Queensland. But I don't think they would do that either because with Tommy Dearden and Ben Hunt and stuff like that. But
it's obviously working where he's at. It's like, why would you change it if it is still working? So
I don't know why they changed it at the start of the year.
That's the time you're going to change it if you're going to change it, I guess. But
yeah.
Oh, I think maybe they didn't back who they had coming through as their halves. Look, Kalen Pong is a better player than Tyson Gamble and Jackson Hastings. But I still think that he's way better suited to just be playing at number one. And you can see that it's made a tremendous difference. They've jumped up the ladder. Look at his super coach scores, just as far as if you want to look at stats. He's blitzed it out of the park. Yeah, I just wondered what you thought. I certainly think that experiment needs to be done. No more. Keep him at number one. Leave him there unless you are absolutely desperate.
Big fan of Bradman Best at the moment too. Ever since Origin, I reckon he's just grown in confidence massively. Every time he plays, I reckon he's in doing a bit more creative stuff with the ball rather than just hanging back. He's getting more involved since Origin. But yeah,
well, he's out. He's out this week, Webbo, so that's good.
Well, fantastic. See what I've done there.
He's out.
I was about to say he's a must do for a multi. Not this week though.
No, I think he hurt himself last week, buddy.
Oh, toughen up.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah, that's me.
Welcome to episode 50. Goodness me. All right, well, you mentioned a couple of times, H. Moore, that a few stadiums are back because they have been being used for the FIFA World Cup, the Women's World Cup. We've got Australia that played on Monday night? Tuesday night? Tuesday night.
Yep. Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Okay, sorry, Monday, whatever. I'll tell you what, one thing, goddamn, I was struggling. I couldn't watch the end of it. I was falling asleep in the lounge. 8:15 or whatever kickoff it was. That's crazy. That's not for me.
I didn't even watch it. I went straight to bed and I thought I'm just going to wake up to hopefully a good surprise.
Well, I saw that they were 2-0 before I went to bed, so it was all right. But do you want to have a look at a couple of the games, H?
You will, mate. We'll run through the round of 16
let's do it.
Matches. Netherlands beaten South Africa 2-0. Pretty given. And then sort of the first big one, Sweden versus USA. Sweden winning in penalties.
I watched that. That was good.
So, yeah, then the world number one ranked team in the world.
Gone.
And I sort of seen on social media the next morning, everyone was very happy that the way that it all went down as well. And then supposedly Alex Morgan and I can't really pronounce her name with the colourful hair.
The short hair, yeah.
Yeah, supposedly they got into a fight in the locker room or whatever.
You love to hear it, don't you?
Well, because
I would love to see it.
So when she missed a penalty, she sort of laughed and
she did.
Sort of joked it off because that was her final act in international football, and supposedly Morgan didn't take too kindly to that, and confronted her in the locker room, and they reckon they got into a bit of a scuff. So
when that happened, I actually did think that. I was like,
I think everyone sort of picked up on it and went, "What do you like? You've just been knocked out of the World Cup."
Yeah, and she missed it by a mile. Look, it wasn't a mile, but it was over there. And I was like,
if you don't hit the goal,
like, I understand that that's just your automatic response, but I wanted to see her go, not go, oh no, I missed it. Like,
and sort of the grin
got me.
That's what got people riled up. I think it's all right that you missed it. Yeah.
But again, that's that smugness, Webbo. I reckon she's got in the back of her head, it doesn't matter, we're going to win anyway. They didn't. You know what I mean? H, you mentioned last week that the USA also finished second in their group, didn't they?
Yes.
Did they? So who would they have played if they had to come first? Do you remember who was in their group? I'm trying to get it up.
I'm not sure who was in the group.
The Netherlands. Right, so
South Africa.
To be honest, and they probably beat South Africa, because there was talk about them not being serious enough. They should have finished first in their group, which would put them into the quarterfinals now. Not very good that they're losing to Sweden, the number one team. So. Anyway, that's just my thoughts.
Yeah, and then England beating Nigeria on penalties after a 0-0 draw, winning on penalties. I think that's another one I thought would have been a bit of a high scoring game to England, but they scraped through as well.
Credit to Nigeria to get that far and then get a 0-0 draw in the round of 16. That's pretty good for them.
Yeah, you'd be pretty happy getting a shootouts with England, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Definitely. And then obviously, as we know, the Aussies winning 2-0 against Denmark did it pretty comfortably. Never really too much. Well, I don't think they were never threatened.
They were on the back foot for a lot of that first half while I was still awake and not falling asleep. I noticed they were certainly on the back foot. That Denmark midfield was really controlling a lot of the game, but they just got that they got the fast break. Obviously, that ball from Mary Fowler was just right timing. Yeah, everyone's talking it up, but it was just right timing. She got the turnover in the middle of the field and then bang, bang. Once they worked out that they could do that, Australia looked a whole lot more comfortable. Again, for the next 20 minutes that I watched.
Fair enough. Then Colombia winning 1-0 against Jamaica. I think this is a crazy stat, right? That's the only goal Jamaica conceded out of the whole World Cup and they get knocked out. I think that's pretty bad.
You'd be pretty filthy, wouldn't you?
Like they had 1-0 win and 2-0 all draws. And then they lose 1-0 in your goal.
You'd be filthy at your goalkeeper, wouldn't you? You haven't let a goal in for 3 games, and now we're gone. So thanks, mate. No worries.
Yeah, thanks, champ.
I tell you what, going back to Jamaica, they're probably not going to be very popular either.
Yeah.
Just quietly, though, stuff being a goalie. Am I right?
I used to be a keeper.
I couldn't. I remember when you're little, you play soccer and they throw you in goals. I used to just blow up and go, nah, and then get me back out there having a run. But just, I would hate to be that person, say that goalkeeper. I would hate to have that pressure that you've not necessarily cost the person the game, but you kind of do.
You
let the ball in, champ. Yeah, it's up to you.
But you can go to your defenders and go, "Why you should have done a better job." I don't know.
I'd throw it back to them,
mate. As a goalkeeper, absolutely. There's 10 other people on the field. You should have done a better job before it got to me. To be honest, once it gets to me and I'm defending a goal that's 3 or 4 meters, 5 meters wide, what am I going to do? Look at my arms and look how big the goals are. You should have stopped it before it got here.
Good call.
So what are the games?
Goalies.
We've got one more game.
That's the number one.
And then France smashing Morocco, pretty given. Then moving on to the quarterfinals that start tomorrow, we've got Spain versus Netherlands and Japan versus Sweden in the 2 games.
Spain and Netherlands at 11 o'clock. Where are they playing?
Yeah. I'd say they'd probably be.
Maybe they're playing
New Zealand.
Because
the other one,
I'm trying to
get it. South Africa is at 12. It's hard to say. I don't really know.
You're saying at night?
Yeah,
Wellington. No, 11 a.m.
I was going to say
11 a.m. So 1 p.m.
Put it on at work. I got the dual screen at work. Might have it just there.
So yeah, I think Netherlands go through. It might be a close one. Spain a pretty good team. And then Japan versus Sweden. It's going to be a bit of a cracker. But I think
5:30 tomorrow night. Sweden. Look.
That's in New Zealand as well. Wow. Yeah.
So they're playing 2. Oh no! So the Spain game will be their afternoon, and the Japan Sweden game will be their nighttime. Yeah. So what do you reckon? You reckon Netherlands and Sweden?
Netherlands and Sweden, yeah.
I reckon Japan are a little smoky dark horse.
Wouldn't surprise me, but
maybe like a 1-0 or a 1-1 draw and then score in extra time or something. Maybe penalties again. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of games going to penalties though, to be honest. Don't you think?
Yeah.
So far, like what? There's probably 6-7 games that are going to penalties. Don't you think?
There's been a few.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Netherlands and then Japan as a sneaky. That's me.
What about you, Webbo?
I'm just back in Australia, mate.
We're not on that side of the draw yet.
I don't care. I don't care who you're talking about is gibberish to me. Unless it's Australia and they're in a green or a bit of a yellow jersey, you've lost me.
Okay, so
Right,
what,
yeah.
you're probably going to go Sweden because they might be in the yellow. There you go.
That'll do. I'm a colours guy.
And Spain are yellow as well. So
There you go,
Yeah.
Spain's yellow.
Just give me whoever's winning.
And then Saturday for the other quarterfinal games, Australia versus France, bit of a tough one.
We'll go
Definitely.
Australia. That's
Definitely
I think that'll be their biggest test. Obviously, they had a loss against Nigeria, which was pretty like a pretty tough game by the end of it. But I think they just got caught off guard. I think this will be their biggest test.
Be interesting to see what Sam Kerr does if he starts or on the bench.
I think Sam Kerr needs to start. If I am, what's his name?
The thing is, though, you can start up, but then can she last the 90 minutes or 120? She might have to last 120. You don't really know how the game's going. I think she'll start off the bench and come on at the 55, 60-minute mark and have half an hour plus to do the work.
I'd hate to only put her on there for half an hour and nothing happens and lose 1-0.
Well,
You should start power, done nothing.
Do you think if they score first, Sam goes on?
I don't think she goes on straight away, but I think maybe half time.
Yeah. If they score in that first half, I'd be making the change when you come back.
Did see a video today of them walking out of the hotel and she was limping and she's, so.
She's putting it on.
Bit of a drip.
Well,
it could be all for the cameras.
She had like the compression sort of like sock thing on, like
Ned Brockman ran from Perth to Sydney with a broken foot. Like, come on.
Bit of mental warfare is all that is.
Just up here.
Yeah.
Just bit of adrenaline.
She knows
pumping.
what she's doing.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to say something. I'm going to say something, but I won't. I'll leave that.
What about England, Colombia? Hey, what about England and Colombia?
I think England.
Yeah. So then if we're going off that, we might say Australia and England in the semi, and then we're thinking probably Netherlands and Sweden in the other semi. We'll get to that for next week. Although actually they play the semi on the 15th. When's the 15th? Going to be Monday.
Tuesday and a Wednesday.
Okay. So we probably won't record again until those games might be done, and then we'll be looking at the final by the time we record again. Okay.
How good will it be if Australia plays England following all the Ashes drama that's ensued? I think Australia versus England, the crowd will be huge.
Yeah, in that semi.
Even if Australia might win the semi, or if everything goes to plan, I don't think he wouldn't be hopping on social media. He'd be absolutely getting a bit of a barrage from everyone. I think that poor bloke.
Absolutely. Imagine the talk of Bazball if Australia and England are playing in the semi.
Yeah. Definitely.
It'll be curveball. Oh, you like that? Bit of curveball.
Clever.
All right. Well,
there you go.
Episode 51, curveball. We'll wait and see. By the time we get there. Couple of big sporting moments there. That's good. We've got a bit of golf coming up. Webbo, strap yourself in for a bit of golf chat. We put it towards the end on purpose. We started our fantasy teams over the weekend. I actually liked watching, having a bit of involvement. I don't mean to say that my only involvement in sport should be through fantasy teams and whatever, but it made it a little bit more, I don't know, just a little bit more exciting. It was good.
It did. I don't know. You got your rank?
Oh, pretty shit. 5,678.
I'm only 4,900, so it's not too.
Yeah, I ended up with minus 54 overall. I don't think our team did anything. We got 0 points for the team. Do you have to have a certain amount of players?
So who did you pick?
I don't freaking know.
If you pick the Ripper, it actually goes off how the team actually goes through that whole weekend. So I had 4 aces. So
No,
they
I
can,
had for us. No, I mean me and you. Our league. Sorry, our league.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, pretty shit.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
That's right.
Let me go back. Go. What you were going to do? Because my app's crap.
Yep, no worries. The winner of the Greenbrier was Bryson DeChambeau. Finished with a solid 58 in the final round to win by 6 shots over Mito Pereira and Richard Bland at 17 and 16 under, respectively. And then winning the teams event is Talk GC by 3 shots over the Crushers. Mito Pereira.
Mito's team. Yep. David Puig, who come forth. Hey, something I saw in the interview straight after, Bryson talking about trying to go low. And I don't know if you saw it, but he said that when he was a kid, he would play off the front tees. And he's always been sort of known for trying to hit those big long drives. So as a junior, playing off the front tees, off the socials, or the ladies, trying to hit those big drives, get as close to the green as possible, and then really working on making birdies, hitting chips close, hitting pitch shots close, putting from close or further away, trying to make birdies, and getting in that mentality of, you know what, I've just made 6 birdies, but I reckon I can make 3 or 4 more. Let's go for 10 under, let's go for 11 under. And he reckons on the weekend he was when he got to 6, 7, 8, 9 under, he's going, nah, I'm going more, because I know how to go low, I know how to make another birdie. And I was like, you know what? That's, as a golfer, that's something I never considered. It was always, you're not playing good golf unless you're playing from the tips, from the back, from the blacks. And I'm like, that makes so much more sense. Give yourself the best opportunity to make birdie. Who cares if you did it from the socials or if you did it from the blacks? Anyway, something to consider for the golf fans out there. And the next time I play golf, I'm not playing from the back. I'm playing from the front.
Tell you what, I've been pumping out a few birdies on my PGA 22. Pretty good at it too. For those that are out there, add me on PlayStation. I'll give you a thumping.
I've been doing that on the 23. 2K23.
Is it 23? I don't know what I've got. It's one of them.
Sorry. I've got the other one as well. I've got the Masters one as well.
It's the first I'm hearing about it. H challenge accepted.
Shit, right.
Webbo, I don't know how you have time to play PlayStation. Good on you.
It's intermittent, mate. Let me tell you that. It's 5 minutes on, 10 minutes off, 5 minutes on. 20 minutes off.
Mine is over there in a bloody clear plastic box with dust on it. Hasn't been pulled out since I moved.
Bit off topic. I don't know why last night a video came on my TikTok about how to clean a PlayStation. I thought, righto, challenge accepted. I pulled the cover off. I looked at it, pulled it off, pulled all the screws out, and I went, nah, put it back together. got a cloth and a blower and just blew it out and went, that'll do.
I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't be able to put it back together.
Nah, I went as far as I probably thought I could, and that was about it. So yeah, never again.
It gets a bit like when you're doing those things. Yeah, I reckon I can do this. Then you take it apart. You see all the little bits and pieces. You're like, if I stuff one thing up, I'm gone here.
Christina found a screw just on the rug before. She was like, were you missing a screw? I was like, I don't think so. Apparently I was. So
that just goes in a Ziploc bag. It says PS4.
Right yeah.
You're like, if I ever find a missing spot for it, I'll put it back in.
100%.
Love it. What do we got coming up? H, we got the FedEx. Have we got some?
We've got this week, mate.
We got the Bedminster.
Bedminster, yes. So I think we'll just quickly go winner, and then
Cam Smith.
There you go, mate. Cam Smith, done.
I don't know why you scrunch your face up there, H, but that's all right. No confidence in your country. That's all right.
Cammy came 35th last week. Well, actually, all the Ripper boys come 33, 34, 35.
They've got to improve somewhere. Good. This is the competition.
We keep saying that every time we talk about LIV Golf, and fuck, they have proved it wrong. I'm gonna double down on Bryson.
I'm gonna go Matty Wolf, another top 5. I don't know who's gonna win.
And then who are you gonna pick as a team?
I'm
going Range Goat. I'm going on the Range Goats.
I might go Matty Wolf's Smash.
Smash Juicy. Beautiful.
And Webbo will go Ripper.
Yeah, I'll just go whatever you tell me to go. Sounds good. Ripper for a Ripper bloke.
That's Cam's team.
Yeah, that'll do.
I reckon I'm going to put Matt Wolf in my team this week. H. I reckon he's back.
Bryson's my captain from going for.
I don't know if I'll put a captain in. I might. FedEx. Let's look at FedEx. I got to find my thing I had for FedEx.
Top 70 players this week playing the FedEx St. Jude Championship starting in about 2 hours' time.
Yeah. Notable omissions is JT and Adam Scott.
Adam Scott, yeah. Shane Lowry, you can probably put him in there as well a little bit. He's not too much of a...
Shane. I like Shane.
But yeah, so obviously the field will get cut down to 50, the top 50 FedEx points, at the end of this tournament. So the people who are obviously in that 51 to 70 will need to make the cut and have a good showing to try and make up them points. But as more for a winner, it's really hard to pick a winner because most of these guys haven't played since the Open. They've all taken a couple of weeks off before this, about roughly 2-3 weeks off, and just a sort of bit of a recharge before this massive 3-week tilt to the to a championship. But you got anyone in mind, Joel?
Look, mate, to be honest, it's going to be the way that this works. This is where you sort of get points towards that last round, don't you? And then you get placed. So look, it is going to be really, really hard to beat Johnny Rahm, I think. Overall, this week.
But yeah, it's more just this week as we'll get into the.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Look, I thought that Victor Hovland wasn't playing too bad in the last couple of tournaments. I know he's Shane's man, but I'm probably going to go, seeing as Shane's on here, I'm probably going to go Victor for a pretty good finish. I'm a little bit off trying to pick a winner. I can't pick the bloke that's going to come first at the moment. I'm going to go Victor Hovland for a top 5 though.
Well, Have
I stolen your bet?
No, you haven't stolen. I've come back from the future. I know who wins. Max Homer.
Yeah, okay. Maxi likes to step up. So that could be. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna try and find one more name for you here. I reckon there he is. I reckon Tommy Fleetwood. Tommy Fleetwood just needs
breaking your PGA Tour win with being in the FedEx Championship.
I'm not going to say that he's going to go great guns, but I think he's a chance. Tommy and Victor.
Yep.
Right. Do I put them both into a top 5? Maybe both into a top 10? I don't know.
Yep.
That's what I've got. Welcome back, Webbo. What do you reckon about our golf tips? We'll let you just be frozen
a little
for a
bit
minute.
cut out there for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, no, I was deep in thought trying to think. Yeah, I would have picked the same thing. So well done.
Good
Spot
from
on,
you.
gents. Good
Very
job.
good.
Fair enough.
But yes, the FedEx obviously is a rolling event, so we'll have some sort of updates. Hey, I'm just looking on, on whatever on my phone. It says round 1 is suspended at the moment. H. So it says players being suspended at the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Are we experiencing some inclement weather there or something? What's going on?
Must be. The first tee time is not until 10:50 p.m.
Yeah.
So unless obviously it's very bad weather there, probably before their tee time when they've had to maybe push them back a bit.
Unless it's just that it's not on. Yeah.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Just also found an article. Justin Thomas, Adam Scott, Shane Lowry, the 3 that you said. Billy Horschel, who hasn't been playing too bad this year. Gary Woodland, not really a big name anymore. Danny Willett, who has had some success in some of the big tournaments. Matty Wallace, who hasn't been going too bad. Joel Darman, who's been sort of up there at the moment. Webb Simpson, who's been probably one of the stalwarts over the last couple of years, all missed this year's FedEx, and they're some of the big names. So, yeah, should be, might give someone a chance, someone new. You never know.
Don't mind
It's all
when
about opportunity.
Exactly right. Exactly.
Oh,
So yeah,
love
we'll
it.
have definitely more updates next week when the BMW Championships on, and a bit of top 50 FedEx points in the standings. Then I don't think there's too much else to go on with this episode.
Mate,
I have a
just
question
little...
for you two, golf
Yeah, go
related,
on.
if I could.
Yep.
Have you two ever been hit by a golf ball in the fairway?
I have been.
You have? Okay,
So-
that makes two of us.
So if our other co-host would have politely come on, last year we played Mittagong on Christmas Eve, and I don't know if you guys have played there before, but one of the tees is up in a sort of tree line that you can't really see,
Mittagong.
and one of the other are coming back up the hill, and we've had the windshield down on the car, and Shane's in the fairway hitting his shot, and I'm just relaxing in the car. Next thing I know, I just massive pain in my chest, and I've just gone like, holy shit, like what's going on? Realize there's a golf ball near my feet, and I've just like gone into this little panic mode of going like, holy shit, like just sort of, it's only just happened so quick, and Shane's laughing, and I'm sort of going, oh, like fuck. And then next thing you know, you see about 2 cars come down, like, holy fuck, mate, we're so sorry. We don't play golf. I'm like, obviously, because you've hit me in the second.
And you're from over there.
From over there, and I just, but yeah, bit of a yarn.
How come I've never heard this story?
Don't know.
Just saved it for episode 50.
Yeah, saving the bank.
I do have one, Webbo. As a young fella, my dad used to play like golf once a month in a little social group. So my uncle was part of that social group too. Anyway, I have a feeling we were at Russellvale. Ever played at Russellvale?
No.
No, just this little par 3 course, pretty much. It's all par 3s, nice and easy. Coming down, my uncle was a couple of holes ahead, but again, standing in the middle of the fairway, and from one fairway over, this bloke's hit this ball. I think he shanked it. And so he's yelled 4. My uncle's gone like this, bang, split him.
Wow.
Right in the eyebrow. Trying to do the right thing, look over, where's this ball coming from?
Yeah.
Bang, split him. Blood hissing out. And I was like,
wow.
I don't know. I was like 12, 10 even. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. Anyway, off he went. I think you had to go and get it stitched up or whatever. But
put a bit of sand in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, mine, we had a Bucks party. I can't remember where it was, but it's down south, and the course overlooks the beach, and off these cliffs. I can't remember exactly where it is. I'm sorry, but anyway, it's we've been skinful. We probably think it's like 16th hole or something like that, and we teed off. I was in a cart. Do you know Callum Duran?
Yep.
Have you heard of Callum? Callum was driving me. I'm in the passenger seat, pumping a beer down my gullet. We come down onto the fairway to get our ball. No word, like nothing. And we're driving along, and I had my foot up on the dash of the cart, if you want to call it that. And within 2 seconds, same thing as UH, just this dramatic pain straight in the bottom part of my calf muscle, just above my ankle bone. And I've hit the deck and oh Jesus, fell out the cart, rolled around. I was like, holy shit. Just couldn't believe it. That kind of pain where you just can't make a sound. And I looked up at the course, think we're just ready to spray whoever's hit this ball. It's 2 old fellas, and to their credit, it's pretty impressive because they hit the ball low and it was full velocity, just smacking into my calf and drew blood and everything. So
drew blood into
drew
the
blood.
calf.
Yeah. Oh, Joel, if I could explain the pain, I think I've got a photo somewhere. I'll put it online, put it on socials. But to tell you what, it did damage to me, and yeah, she was bad, but yeah, fucking golf.
Speaking of young Callum can play golf.
Callum is very good.
He is a golfer. I've played golf with him up at Foster. I think he went a couple deep that day. Yeah, can play golf. Hey, are you playing tennis this week?
I'm not playing tennis this week, mate. I'm not playing.
You've been dropped?
I didn't play. So I didn't play last week because obviously I was away for a wedding.
Yeah.
And then the boys won 3-0 last week.
Big convincing win.
Two of the matches were, and I sort of, when I heard the results, I went, well, I'm not going to play next week. Why would you? If all three teams win, why would you sort of?
If it ain't broke type stuff.
Yeah. The only reason I thought I might have got in is maybe someone couldn't make it or whatever like that. But yeah, no, I'll still be going out, and I'll go caddy for your dad. Something that you won't do.
No, not this week. I can't this week, mate. I'm doing City to Surf this week.
Oh, mate, you couldn't even come out last week to Ann Hill for him. So, no.
Yeah, I was not in the mood last week.
Yeah, well, we don't want you. We don't want you for the other rounds.
Oh, I thought you wanted me next week.
Oh, I don't.
Oh no, stuff you. I'm not coming then.
But no.
Are you planning to run the City Surf, Joel, or just have a wander, just have a walk?
No, I'll be on the trot. I'll be looking to break some
You
for how long?
No, well, look, if I'm honest, my training hasn't been very good. I did 10Ks the other week though, no dramas, and did a pretty respectable time. Did it in about 50 minutes or so. So
thought a 10K makes me sick.
I'll be looking to. I think it's going to be pretty hectic at the start. There's going to be a lot of people, but I'll be looking to duck and weave, work my way around a few of the slow pokes, and then settle myself in. I'm actually thinking about going and buying a new pair of shoes on Saturday, if I'm honest.
Do it.
Get some new wheels, bit of rubber underfoot, bit of foam, bit of cush.
In the word of Forrest Gump, your special shoes.
Yeah, I'll be looking to get some specials.
Yeah, good.
I'll be running. It's 14Ks, mate. It's not that far.
13K too far for me.
You just get out there and get it done.
14K is too far for me,
mate. Our mate Paul, he's not a runner. Shout out to him. He did 14 on the weekend. First time that he's done a big long run, and in new shoes, and he got it done. So I think we'll be right. Heartbreak Hill is going to be the tester.
I'm pretty disappointed if you don't beat him, Joel.
Oh, mate, unless I get a golf ball to the ankle, I think I'll be sitting. I think I'll be sitting at the finish line for a little bit, not too long, but just a little bit, waiting for it. Maybe 20 minutes.
Something about new shoes that just makes you think you're a marathon runner. You just feel elite about yourself. You could be the most unfit person, but get those shoes on, you're ready.
I'm thinking that might just be a bit of a mental little kick in the butt. So
100%.
We'll see. H more. How many rounds have we got left? Do we need to give a tipping update? Did you have something else?
I got nothing else. Pretty much only the tipping. We'll give an honourable mention to our co-host of the evening, Webber.
Honourable.
We don't need to. No.
Last place.
Don't bring the limelight to me. Don't shine the light on me, mate. Let's share it around. All right, it's not about me. It's about the listeners.
Yeah. It is about you tonight.
And then
it's bad.
We'll scramble all the way.
He's not going to climb the ladder either. Sorry, because he forgot to put his tips in, so he's missed 2 points tonight.
Yeah, I've let go right now. I don't. I've lost. That's the way I look at it. And you know what? Someone's got to do it. I'm glad it's me. So
fair enough.
Just enjoy it.
We still got Baden on top, 117 points. Obviously, the tipping skipped a little bit from brother to brother because Brady is in second.
Yeah,
you say it's skipped. This could be tactical
on both ends.
Just as I said, I told it the other week when I rang in. It's human centipede, if you will. We're controlling both ends.
Fair enough.
That's the worst. I hate that.
So he's in second place. He's usually joke around. So hopefully, I do a good joke around this week, jumping back up. We've got Rockin' Horse on third on 115. He used his joker last week. You got my brother in fourth, and then yourself, Joel, on 114. Pretty sure both of you boys have used your jokers.
Yeah, I used mine the other week. Did terribly.
I used my second one weeks ago.
So yeah, Shane's in six. He's used his. I'm pretty sure he might not have actually.
No, I don't think so.
BJ's in seventh. he's used his joker as well, and me on 8. Other than that, everyone else is.
What number are you on? What points?
I'm on 111, so I'm six behind.
Ooh. Okay, so you're really needing a full round to take the jump.
And obviously, we won't know who used their joker until the end of this game. So
Yeah,
I'm just looking at the tips now and looking at down the middle comp and then my other mates comp. Somehow, I don't know how. Say I'm a 90. Oh no, I'm last. Don't go too far, but I'm 94 points on R1. But then on my other mates one, I'm at 100 points. If I was on 100 points in this comp, I'd be bloody third, fourth, last. I'd be in a much comfier position. But that's all right.
I'm coming.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Because are you in the other one that I'm in?
No.
H? No, H. I was pointing to H.
Say.
Sorry, that might not be the right pointing.
For me, that's too Webby.
I'm coming 5th in both, but my points are different.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I don't know. Shano set the other one up. Anyway.
Speaking of points, did you see the score on the footy?
No, talk to me.
24-12.
To Manly.
Panthers. No, the Panthers.
Oh, good. Love that.
So they've done exactly what we said. Second half.
We're not idiots, battlers. Listen to us.
Exactly.
Mate, the Supercoach ring is almost ready to be given out. Mitch is still leading by 130 points, 26,533. Hayden's behind 26,403. I think you're pretty close, mate. I'm going to say Damo's almost out of the running, 26,324, 210 points behind. It's going to be hard. And then Bades is 4th, 25,499 out of the rank. Honestly, I'm thinking it's between you and Mitchell at the moment. It'll come down to the last couple of rounds.
Very close.
I can't remember. I think it's only normal rounds. We don't play into finals, obviously, do we? So how many rounds have we got left? 3.
So it'd be what? 3 after this one, so 4. Pretty much 4 full rounds, really.
Well, maybe Bades can get there, maybe, but he's going to need some rounds of 1,400, if not more.
But I'm glad to say, Webber, you're not coming last in that either, mate.
I was about to say a bit of improvement there for myself. Who's second last and last there? Who's Big Reds and who's Brooks for Dally M? It's Brooks or Dally?
That's Brooks. Dally M is Aaron Gillenhurst.
Shout out to Aaron for sending in a yarn too. Thanks. Big Reds. I don't know. Doesn't say.
I'm not quite sure who Big Reds is. Yeah, it only says Big Reds. So
I'm beating you. You suck.
Anyway,
that's good. But
anything else, gents?
I'm pretty well done. I think it's pretty
I'm good.
Successful.
Well,
50th episode.
Thanks very much for having me.
Webbo, you've been a supporter since day one. Thank you so much for joining us on episode 50. You know what? I did say that this could be a job interview. You did pretty well. So, just keep your evenings free. Don't play too much PGA, mate, because, there could be another
recording. Let me know if you need my references.
100%.
We'll just look at the tipping comp.
Yeah. Oh, well. Wait till next year. That's all I'll say. Big comeback.
Beautiful.
There's always next year. Battlers, hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks for sticking around for 50 episodes. We're going good. We're going strong. We're just going to keep pumping them out. We really enjoy it. That's all I need to say, really, isn't it? Go well.
I've got nothing else to add. Perfectly summed up.
All right. See you, Battlers.